Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. The time is currently 1:42 p.m. Central, 2:42 p.m. Eastern, and we are now live with a tornado warning for Amity, Maine. Currently, we have a rotating supercell capable of producing a tornado at any minute near Haynesville and Amity, Maine. So if you're in this area, you need to seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a building, away from windows, and in an interior room, because this is a very dangerous storm here near southeastern Aroostook County in northern Maine. Here we are joined by Mr. Storm today.
What's up, guys?
And Mr. Storm's actually in the enhanced risk himself. He's under a severe thunderstorm watch. He's got himself some storms heading his way, so he'll be giving us some good coverage on those whenever they hit him, I'm sure. But again, right now our main focus is on our tornado warning storm up here in Maine, but we also have several severe warnings, one of which even being for tennis bowl-sized hail down here into Connecticut, alright, near Plainfield. This is a storm not only producing tennis bowl-sized hail, but also damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, and it does have the tornado possible tag, so I'll have to look out for that. But again, the reason that we're here live is because we have the first tornado warning of the day, and it is up here in Maine, alright? So again, this is actually some pretty decent rotation here. It's a little more impressive a couple scans ago, but we're still watching it as it heads directly towards City Camp Landing, Estabrook Settlement, Amity, and North Amity, as well as Cary. So if you're in that warning, again, you need to be in that tornado safe spot immediately. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning here for portions of New Jersey, it looks like, and Pennsylvania, maybe even. Let's see, what are the exact counties on that? So yeah, New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Mr. Storm, you want to go over that one?
Yeah, alright, so that's going to include areas near Mount Olive Township, Dover, Montville, Sparta Township, alright, a lot of, Essex, and Sussex County out there. I believe those are the counties, but, anyways, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and hail up to, actually, no significant threat for hail, just hail up to 0.75 inches in diameter.
Yeah, and we also just got another severe warning in Maine. This is a considerable one for 70-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail, and even has the tornado possible tag. Look at these winds to the north of Oakfield, guys. North of Interstate 95, we got a very high pocket of winds near Smyrna, however you pronounce that. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning as well for portions of Virginia. Because, yes, our severe threat does dip down into parts of Virginia and Tennessee here. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Virginia and Tennessee for the threat of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you're in that area, make sure you're getting indoors there. That's for Dickinsonville, Holston, Willis, Castlewood, St. Paul, that whole area there. But back up to our tornado warning storm here in Maine. Let's check things out again. It's rotating a little bit, but not quite as impressively as it was earlier, but again, it's still something to look out for there to the south of the Reed Plantation area, east of Macquahawk. So, again, if you sorry, that's the wrong area there. There's our area of rotation down there, but the tornado warning area of rotation is northwest of Haynesville and south of City Camp Landing there to the west of Highway 2A. So, again, if you're in that area, we need you to be in your tornado safe spot right there. Again, this is not a common area that we get tornado warnings for. That's definitely certain. This is a probably a first for lots of people out here, actually. I guarantee you there's some people out here that have never been under a tornado warning and they don't know what to do. So if you know anybody in this area, tell them not to panic, send them this live stream, let them know that we are covering this here consistently, and we're going to be here as long as this tornado warning remains in effect, or if we get any other tornado warnings or destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a lot of reasons that we're here today, guys. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather driven by a damaging wind threat. We've also got, Hurricane Beryl to talk about, huge forecast updates to that, but we're not going to talk about that too much because I do have a video coming out in about an hour on that topic. But yeah, let me go and pull up stream chat.
I have an update on the Connecticut storm.
Okay.
There is some rotation that I think is pretty serious. It's wrapping up pretty good near Scotland. I would watch that because it's been there for quite a long time, and it's trying to do something.
Yeah, I see that. They may actually need to give that a tornado warning if that intensifies too much more. So, again, if you're in that area, make sure you're looking out. That storm is also producing half-dollar-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. So look out for that. I'm going to pull up stream chat, so if anybody has any questions about their location, feel free to leave those down below.
A new area of rotation just popped up near Sparta Township, New Jersey. It might be contamination, but I'm pretty sure that that's some very weak rotation that just popped up.
Yeah, that looks like rotation to me, and you know what? That's That could be on the stronger side of things, so I'll have to watch out for that.
Because you can see the winds to the north of there. I mean, they're elevated, but they're pretty strong.
Yeah, so if you're in that area again, look out for that. That storm's also producing damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour.
That is heading towards New York City, so watch out for that.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch that one. Back up to our tornado warning here in Maine. Again, we still have some broad rotation, I'll admit, but it's still rotation there northwest of Haynesville. Again, realistically, this area, we're probably not going to see a tornado, but just in case, we need you to be in that tornado safe spot because there is a very small chance that we see like a landspout or something. So again, make sure you're taking shelter up there. New severe thunderstorm warning for Lebanon, Pennsylvania for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's for the greater eastern side of Harrisburg. And, you got any updates for us?
No.
Alrighty. So again, if you're just not tuning in, we are live here now with a tornado warning in Maine. Yes, you heard that correctly, in Maine. Actually, this is the furthest most northern county here in Maine. We're at the tippity top of Maine here, and we've got ourselves a rotating supercell capable of producing a tornado or a brief landspout. Again, the rotation was more impressive earlier, which is why they gave this the precautionary tornado warning. But at this point, it's kind of dying out. But again, we need you to remain in that safe spot there for just a little bit longer if you're in City Camp Landing, Estabrook Settlement, Amity, North Amity, South Amity, Orient, or Haynesville.
That line on the in the New Jersey area is really getting its act together.
Yeah, and they do actually have a mesoscale discussion out for this. This is a line that the Storm Prediction Center is particularly worried about here for a damaging wind threat as it heads eastward. So we'll have to watch out. We may see some isolated gusts. Ugh, sorry, I swallowed my spit. That was disgusting. We may see some isolated gusts get up to 70, maybe even 75 miles an hour. I wouldn't rule it out as this line of storms kind of gets its act together here as it travels eastward towards probably the northern side of New York City, I'd say. All right, we're talking about like Manhattan, that area there.
Yep. Yeah, that could definitely go over towards Manhattan. I think we might have gotten a new severe warning, or no, we didn't. But yeah, definitely areas near Manhattan, maybe even into Long Island, Manor Haven, Great Neck, Glen Cove, Lake Success, Floral Park. Everybody out here, Fort Lee, Ridgefield, Cliffside Park, North Bergen, Union City, Bloomfield. I mean, I can name a million areas out here. It's just that it's very populated, and this storm has the potential to cause some light to moderate damage, so just gotta be aware of that.
Yeah, and it already has had some damage reports going back into Pennsylvania here. We have trees down. Apparently a tree hit a vehicle, which is not good. We have reports of trees and wires down, so some pretty serious damage coming out of that storm, it looks like. Again, probably some 60, maybe even up to 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts coming out of that one. They're, again, near the Sparta Township area right now, heading eastward.
Yeah.
And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. Oh, we have a severe warning in Florida. Hello?
I don't know why, it just disconnected me. Like, I didn't even hang up, it just disconnected.
Okay, because I heard, like, your screen share ended, and then I was like, wait, did we lose him? But yeah, we got a severe warning in Florida, which I didn't even notice. For 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail down there. So, look out for that one.
And we have a severe warning approaching Greenville, South Carolina. I do believe Mitch West is going to get something out of that.
Yeah, if you guys are familiar with Mitch West weather. By the way, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Lincoln, Maine. For the threats of 70-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized hail, and it has the tornado possible tag. So, again, this is another storm that's already caused some damage here. Some pretty serious damage. Lightning. I clicked on a report, and it disappeared. Now it says trees down, but apparently lightning struck a house or something. Trees down blocking Lakeview Road, so just your typical wind damage there. New severe thunderstorm warning in Virginia for South Hill. They were actually talking about issuing a watch for the mid-Atlantic area here, but they never did it, and I don't know why. We've got severe storms firing off here in Virginia, so their decision to not do that is a little surprising to me. They gave it an 80% chance, and they did not end up doing it, at least not yet, so we'll see.
And then we have a severe warning south of Bethlehem in. I always get the two mixed up. I believe that's Rhode Island. No, New Hampshire. Me.
Yeah, just a quick update here on our tornado warning storm in Maine. The rotation is actually kind of tightening up there southeast of City Camp Landing. So again, I want to reemphasize you guys need to be in your tornado safe spot out here. I know you guys don't get storms a lot like this in this region, so you don't know what to do. You need to get into an interior room on the lowest floor of a building and away from windows if you can. Now, if you're in a mobile home or in a vehicle or something, you may think, okay, well, I'm not in a shelter, but this is the second best thing, right? No, actually, it's quite the opposite. It is better to be lying flat in a ditch than it is in a mobile home. Lying flat in a ditch is still not safe. It's a last resort move, but it is better than being in a mobile home or, like, in a vehicle, especially a moving vehicle in this area. And again, that's coming up towards North Amity and Cary, that whole region there in portions of southern Aroostook County. Again, right now, just to the north of Haynesville, crossing Highway 2A as we speak, most likely. And again, I mean, it's going to be heading, pretty close to the northern edge of this warning polygon here, towards Hodgdon, as well as North Amity and Cary. And Jackson Settlement, Hodgdon Corners. If you guys are up here, you know this area.
Yeah. We have some flash flood warnings. One does include Hartford, Connecticut, which is very populated, so it's going to be really ugly just as the scene of, getting home during the evening if anybody's out somewhere. But if you're in the Hartford area, please just avoid hitting the road if you can, because there will be some pretty widespread flash flooding.
Yeah, and guys, I know this says radar indicated, but we have confirmed flash flooding in the Danbury area reported by law enforcement. So even though it says radar indicated for the Hartford area, there is a very good chance that it is ongoing. And it could be confirmed because Hartford is, 50 miles away from Danbury. So if there's confirmed flooding in Danbury, there's likely confirmed flooding in Hartford, considering they got the exact same line, probably the exact same intensity of precip, maybe even a little harder in the Hartford area. So surprised there's no reports out of that.
Sorry, the rotation near Plainfield has really died down recently.
Plainfield, Massachusetts, or Rhode Island. Connecticut, that's what I meant. These New England states, whenever I have all these settings on, like I have the SPCL look, I have the watches, I have the warnings, I have the reports, I can hardly tell which state all these different things are in. But again, there's our rotation there, and it actually does have a hook echo east of City Camp Landing. So, honestly, I would not be surprised if this did tighten up a little more pretty soon here. And again, this is honestly some decent rotation here. No confirmed tornado with this yet, no debris signature or anything. And, we're close to the radar site, so if it was picking up literally any debris at all, we'd likely be able to see it. So, I highly doubt this is on the ground, but again, we need you to be in that tornado safe spot because it could touch down at any second here.
We got 4 watching, but nobody's said anything in chat yet.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I don't know if chat is, broken or if nobody's just saying anything.
No, it's there, just nobody's saying anything.
But But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about your location, feel free to leave them down below. Hopefully, we got a lot of people tuning in from New England, and Maine in particular. New severe thunderstorm warning in New Hampshire for Hart's location, Bartlett, Jackson Glen, and North Conway, and that confirms that my warning system is broken again. So that's cool. I thought it was, but I couldn't tell.
The entire state of Rhode Island is under a severe thunderstorm warning.
That's kind of funny because it's literally like 6 counties.
That's actually hilarious, though.
So yeah, if you're in Rhode Island, the entire state of Rhode Island, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Near Providence, East Greenwich, Newark, Situate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Skidaway. I really don't know. If you have any questions about your area or anything, feel free to leave down below in the comments. Or in the chat, I guess.
Yep. And we lost him again. I don't know why he keeps accidentally leaving. But yeah, again, this rotation's heading northeast here. It's heading towards Cary, North Amity. So.
It keeps connecting me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Wow, very clear hook echo on our tornado warned storm now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if this does produce a brief tornado or, again, like a land spout or something. This is really trying, guys, towards Highway 2A. Again, it's interesting. It's kind of moving around a little bit, but it's looking like at the moment it's probably going to head towards the Cary area. South of Cary, maybe, in between Cary and North Amity. So, along Highway 1 there. And, that is, again, we're talking extreme northeastern portions of Maine there that we're worried about. Again, right now the tornado warning does include portions of southeastern Aroostook County. They did condense this 4 minutes ago, but it is still here, or they updated it anyway. I don't know if they condensed it, but... honestly, I would not be surprised if this does try to produce a tornado once again. I mean, it's been trying for a while now, and it's been failing, but it seems to be really wrapping up here. For anybody that's not familiar with radar features, there's your inflow poking into the storm, which is basically a sign of the storm gaining, how do I put this in latent terms? Basically just, gaining energy, and, increasing its probabilities of potentially having tornadic activity with it. And again, we can see that hook echo feature because of our inflow. Alright, that's not what we want to see. That is not a really good sign there. And again, this is probably crossing Highway 2A on the next couple of scans, so we'll watch it, because I actually do think that this is going to have the potential to produce a tornado. I was not expecting to see this far north, but good for the SPC at the 11:30 update, or 12:30 update if you're in Eastern Time. They did extend the 2% tornado risk into Maine, and I guess they got lucky there. Or they knew what they were doing. They didn't get lucky, but good for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so the time is now 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Again, we are watching a tornado-warned storm near Amity, Maine. This is going to go in between Amity and Cary, so if you're included in this tornado warning, we need you to get to your tornado safe spot. If you don't know what that is, that's understandable, but it's indoors, on the lowest floor of a building, and in an interior room. You can't be in a mobile home. If you're in a mobile home, you need to get out of there. Even if you don't have another place to go to other than your mobile home, it is better to be outside in a ditch, alright? So, again, that's still kind of a risky move, obviously, but it's better than being in a mobile home.
Yeah.
Or a vehicle. So, again, no sort of debris signature yet, but part of that may just be because there is nothing to pick up out here. I mean, we are in the mountains of Maine, so... My alerts are back. Yay. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for parts of Pennsylvania for reading. So, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail heading for the Pottstown area. So if you're in that region, make sure to look out for that. Make sure you're getting indoors.
Just so you know, it's pronounced Reading.
Reading, okay.
Yeah.
You New Englanders and your weird town names.
Oh.
I just made everybody that's watching this in New England just leave. Alright, and on the newest reflectivity scan, the hook echo is completely gone on our tornado warning storm, so that's a good sign. Let's check up on the rotation, and wow, that really dissipated fast. Look at the last scan and look at the new one.
Let me see.
Your family lives in Aroostook, Maine. Thank you for your coverage while you live away. No problem. I'm glad that we actually have people in the general vicinity that are watching this.
It's gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm confused. Like, in a 3-minute period, it went from, pretty intense, maybe even producing a land spout, to literally nothing, so that's really good.
Big time bow segment impacting areas to the south of the Tor warning.
Yeah, that's one for 70-mile-an-hour winds, just ripped through Lincoln. Probably going to see some bad damage reports. We have damage reports out of the Milo area already. I don't even know, where's the actual town of Aroostook, Maine at? It's up here to the north of our tornado warning, okay. Yeah, I mean, good news. Our rotation is just gone completely. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued, though. Let's see here. Where's that at? That is all the way down there in South Carolina, north of Spartanburg. And we have another new severe thunderstorm warning as well that just went up for... where is it? I don't see it. Is it doing its little magic trick where it disappears and it reappears 5 seconds later? Because that happens on Radar Omega.
New special weather statement.
Okay. Yeah, our new severe warning is in Virginia, by the way. Sorry, what were you saying?
I guess there's, the storm in New Jersey is now weakening out because there's a special weather statement.
I bet that disappoints you. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
By the way, all you Roman fans in the chat, he is heading home tonight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll be live tomorrow. He'll probably be pretty burnt out, but he'll be live soon. And unfortunately, I'm gonna not be able to go live soon because I'm gonna be away for a while. Probably only a week until that I go on my trip, I think. A little over a week. So again, probably one of my final streams before I go away will be my hurricane barrel coverage. I may try and do some forecast videos while I'm away, but they'll be really low quality because I'll have to do them on my iPad instead of on my computer. But I mean, we'll see. So again, here is your very weak rotation left on our tornado warning storm over Highway 2A right now. It's very broad, it's very weak. But we still do have a tornado warning in effect, so we need you guys to stay in your safe spot in case this retightens up again, because it's a possibility. Kind of weakened out earlier in research, but seriously, this time it looks like it's kind of done, so all you folks out here, wait 9 more minutes for this tornado warning to expire, and there's no way they're gonna reissue this unless something seriously changes. So, or if there's like a report of a landspout or something somehow. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are watching this tornado warning for Amity, Maine, and Orient, Maine, along Highway 1 here. A tornado warning remains in effect for southeastern Aroostook County in northern Maine. And we're also watching some storms back down here in southern New England, and like Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, PA, Long Island. So continue to watch that. And again, the entire state of Rhode Island, except for maybe the northern portion of the state, is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So, and again, we're also watching severe storms all the way back down into Virginia. We have 6 severe warnings in Virginia right now, and 2 down into South Carolina. So, yeah. Wow, we're up to 12 viewers now. So, if you're new here, I'd appreciate it if you drop the like and click that subscribe button. But it's optional; it's not required. But nothing in North Louisiana today. Yeah, I mean North Louisiana may actually get some showers and thunderstorms, but nothing severe. Most likely, I'd give it maybe a 1% chance of something severe in North Louisiana. But other than that, it's just gonna be hot. Really, just hot like it has been. You know, Louisiana summer. I'm sure if you're down there, you know about that heat. Yeah, I don't know about brief spin-ups expected, but brief spin-ups are possible, I'd say. And just like that, our tornado warning in Maine is gone. We're going to continue to bring you live coverage, though, for our considerable severe thunderstorm warnings in Maine, because they do still have the tornado possible tag. They're also producing damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour and quarter-sized hail. We have a tree. Again, several reports of trees down and stuff like that, trees down on cars. Widespread tree damage with power lines involved near West Seboys. I know I pronounced that way wrong, but let's go and update the warning counter here, and then we'll go ahead and update the stream title. Thank you guys for all the support on my storm vlog. It's been up for 2 hours and it already has 25 views. You guys are crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy day yesterday. I got another storm after that, but it wasn't anything crazy. And my dad already got mad at me for being out in the severe one, so I didn't want to, I didn't want to play with fire. But yeah, thank you guys for the support on that. So again, if you're just not tuning in, we have got ourselves some severe weather to watch here across portions of the East Coast. Areas like New England, back down into Delmarva, the Mid-Atlantic region, all the way back down into like areas like South Carolina there. Got ourselves some severe thunderstorms. And we're going to have the threat for a brief tornado or two today. Very real potential there. So, keep an eye out on things for you guys for as long as necessary here. Our storm in northern New Jersey here. Again, it's in a weakening trend. However, damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour. Still a possibility with that. But yeah, I mean, let me know where you're tuning in from. What areas I should be covering right now are based on where all the people are watching are from. So.
A lot of the Connecticut and New Jersey storms have really weakened out in the past few minutes.
Yeah, they're still going to be able to produce a damaging wind threat and maybe some isolated large hail, but for the most part, they are probably not going to be severe for too much longer. You can see broadly rotating storm in Arkansas, where you're in Charleston, South Carolina, but you're hoping to check up on Willimantic, Connecticut. All right. Yeah, so that area is actually in the enhanced risk of severe weather. They're in the severe thunderstorm watch. They're getting storms right now, and they just went through some severe storms, so make sure they're doing okay out there. But yeah, some severe weather occurring in that area. Still some severe storms off to the east of it, and there may even be some flash flooding in that area, because just to the west of that, we have some flash flood warnings, so make sure to check up on them. And then, Charleston, South Carolina actually even has a threat as well. It's not a big threat, but you are in the marginal risk. I'd be surprised if you got a severe storm, but maybe some isolated thunder showers, stuff like that. Just this typical summertime pattern where in the southeast we always have, strong storms. They lost a tree to the insanity last week. Yeah, last week was a big event for New England as well. Mr. Storm can tell you all about that one. He's got a storm vlog from that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on editing that right now, I think. Or, I don't know about right this second, but I know he's trying to get to working on it.
Yep.
By the way, we have not mentioned this at all yet this stream, but we do have a slight risk back up into parts of Montana, North Dakota, and the tiniest sliver imaginable of Wyoming there. Dover, Delaware. Dover. So yeah, I mean, Dover is in the slight risk of severe weather, so that's a 2 out of 5 on the scale. Not quite as high as the folks off to the northeast of you, but I will say they were thinking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for your area, and you do have a severe thunderstorm watch just a little bit to the north of you. So again, I think a lot of the worst of it's going to stay to the north of you, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a severe storm in Dover, so just look out this evening. You're aware you'd welcome rain. We usually have a few storms a week, but you've had nothing for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I think there's a chance you get some beneficial rain. You've already got some showers out there, maybe some isolated thunder showers northwest of Charleston.
Nothing is crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing insane. We are mainly alive here for this tornado warning, so I'm going to take some more questions. But that's really the only thing keeping us live here right now. So again, if you have any questions about your location or other locations at all that you're worried about, just bring those in now. As I was saying, we got ourselves a slight risk for Montana, North Dakota, tiny sliver of Wyoming, and a tiny sliver of South Dakota. Just look at that itty-bitty sliver. But this is actually driven by a significant wind risk, all right? We've got ourselves a hatched risk for damaging winds in this area. So areas like Miles City, Roundup, In areas to the north of that, very rural portions of eastern Montana, look out for some significant gusts up to 75 miles an hour today, potentially. Wow, this stream is at 9 likes. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. What's up,
Yeah,
Sam?
thank you.
And go subscribe to Mr. Storm. He's here helping me cover this.
Yep. Thanks, Davis.
No problem. Okay. But yeah, our main threat up here into Montana is going to be kind of an evening time event here. So if we take a look at the HRRR, we can see that as we go later, like 5, 6 p.m., we can start to see maybe a damaging wind threat develop there. And, I wouldn't even be shocked if at the next SPC update they push this a little further north. We're going to have one coming out in about 43 minutes, approximately. Flood advisory for Willimantic. Okay, I don't have flood advisories turned on, so I didn't know that. Thanks. But yeah, these little thunderstorms here in the Bozeman area by 6 p.m., actually 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So what you're seeing here, taking an hour back, but 6 p.m., rolling into the Billings Roundup area, same thing by 7, 8, 9. By 9 p.m. they're kind of to the north of the Miles City area. Again, wouldn't be surprised if this got shifted a little further north and some of the southern portion of this did get excluded. However, the NAM is saying that maybe this slight risk is good. All right, the NAM is painting this a little bit further to the south, I do believe. I'll check this out here. Yeah, so the NAM is saying, hey, maybe we do get some storms down there in the Billings area and, Miles City and that whole region. So we just got to look out for this. A damaging wind threat for the most part, but maybe some isolated hail tornado threat, incredibly low. 0% chance of a tornado. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Barrel hit briefly Category 5 strength either. Again, right now it's forecast to be a high Category 4, but Cat 5's not out of the question. It's not. So, yeah.
I have an update on our New Jersey storm. I think it's gonna get back up to severe strength potentially because, once again, they are elevated, these winds, but they have really ramped up and just kicked up in the last few scans. So it just got downgraded to special weather statement, but there could definitely be an uptick in those winds. So please still be aware of those and don't, just say like, all right, well, it's not severe warning, so I can just, be outside or something. I don't know what you would do, but just be aware of that.
Yeah, definitely not one you want to ride outside in. So, yesterday, the town next to me had a special statement warning storm, and they are in so much damage. So many tree limbs are down. There's power lines even leaning. So don't write off a special weather statement as not a dangerous storm. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. Is it the one back here in Pennsylvania? No, it's in Maine. Extreme western Maine here for the entirety of the large county here, Oxford County, and then northwestern Cumberland County. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail for the Paris area. You have a question from Sam, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
What is it?
You said, how often do you see enhanced risks?
Gosh. Maybe one every other year.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe one every year.
I thought you got 2 per year, for the most part.
No, I don't think I got one last year.
Wow. Storms developing in
Yeah.
Montana, slight risk. Montana doesn't have too much yet. But New England in general gets probably 2 enhanced risks per year, just if we're talking about the entirety of New England. Somewhere in there, they get 2 enhanced risks per year, I'd say. By the way, last night, I didn't even realize this, 86 mile per hour gust in New York. Hold home weather station recorded a wind gust of 86 miles per hour, consistent with radar velocities at the time. Downed trees reported in a nearby yard, southeast of Rochester, more particularly in the Bristol area. And we also have another. Holy crap! We have another lightning damage report. Apparently, lightning struck a house and damaged the chimney in Tulane County, Connecticut, near Stafford. Yeah, I'm in shock about Beryl too, and I know Mr. Storm is as well.
Yeah, definitely.
New severe warning, 4 parts of Rhode Island and Massachusetts here. I'm not going to read off all those counties, but 60-mile-an-hour winds. This does include Providence, and mainly to the areas south of Providence, actually. If you're in Providence, you're barely going to get clipped by it, but if you're on the south side of Providence, you may get some of the worst of it, so. But I think mainly areas like Warwick are probably going to be in the thick of it. Cranston, Bristol, Barrington, the greater southern portions of Providence there.
You're barely going to get clipped by it.
Ha ha. Or am I going to do a special coverage for the double barrel? Double barrel? What?
What's a double barrel?
I mean, I have an episode of Tropic Talk scheduled in 37 minutes. I did an emergency episode yesterday, but this is just my usual weekly episode on Sunday here. So,
severe warning.
Use my advantage to talk about that. Really?
I made a severe warning. Yep.
Oh, you are. So we do have a new severe warning going out for parts of northwest Long Island here. Holy crap.
I was right. It did re-strengthen.
Yeah, they issued that really far out.
It did. It's like not even. Dude, it's literally sunny over here.
Whenever you said I'm in a severe warning, I thought you were trolling because it took a second for it to pop up for me. But yeah. So, severe warning for northwest Long Island, northern New York, Manhattan Island, once again, is included in that.
There's areas like Portchester, Mamaroneck, I'm not saying that right, North Bergen, Union City, Mineola, Bethpage, Glen Cove, Oyster Bay, Seacliff, Laddingtown, Bayville.
And you know what? There is actually a pretty good pocket of damaging winds there near Wayne right now.
Yeah, if that continues, we could get some serious wind damage. And by the way, if any of you guys happen to be near the Roslyn area, I know there's a lot of damage there. So, yeah, that's not good. But if you're in Patterson, this is coming in quick. Potentially wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So, yeah, definitely watch out for that. But it really had a lot of confidence in issuing that warning. The only reason I'm saying a lot about this one in particular is just because it includes my area, so I apologize if that annoys you.
No, I mean, it's honestly, it's one of our more intense storms right now. You know, we don't have any destructives, we don't have any tornado warned ones, so honestly, we can just focus on this if you want. So, this is going out, again, for a ton of counties, but we might as well just, I don't have Facecam on today, I just removed it for this stream. This is going out for Bronx County, New York County, Bergen County, Hudson County, Westchester County, Queens County, Nassau County, Essex County, Passaic County. Alright, all these areas, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning for at least a portion of your county there. So again, if you're in that area, make sure you're getting indoors. Again, the National Weather Service in Upton has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines, quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds.
I'm just gonna text my mom and dad and just let them know that we're under a severe warning.
Yeah, probably the best move. And again, if you have any family out here, make sure to let them know. I imagine a lot of people do because of the population of this area. This warning, it at least includes a couple million people, I guarantee you. Let's check this out here. Wow, so apparently there's a beautiful water spout in Florida earlier, 11 minutes ago.
Hey, just so you know, we're under a severe warning. Yeah,
But yeah, this warning is, it's a large one. It includes over 6 million people.
While they just had a lot of confidence in it, so if it
And we have another severe thunderstorm warning that just went out for Washington and Bridgewater Township. But our main concern right now is, again, on our severe warning out here going for northern portions of New York City. Again, there's your damaging winds over Wayne heading eastward towards the northern side of New York, New Rochelle, Mamaroneck, Oyster Bay. So, again, right now over at Patterson, we've got probably some very serious damage occurring, and I'm sure we'll get reports out of there because of the population of this area. Surely we have some weather enthusiasts up here, even though they don't get a lot of severe weather up there. And we also just got a 59-mile-an-hour gust report out of a Wyoming storm, so I'm not sure why that's not severe. But Midwest there, 60-mile-an-hour winds coming in. Roaring Florida was the waterspout off the coast in northwest Florida. I know that, which is actually where Roman's at right now. So.
Go back.
All right.
Yeah.
So to go back up to our main storms for a second here, we can see they're really producing a pretty large damaging wind threat here. So I imagine they'll issue a new severe warning here because this expires in 2 minutes, and this storm is definitely still severe for Princeton, Great Pond, maybe out towards Aurora and Bennington even, Wesley, Crawford, Alexander, potentially along Highway 9 there, so look out for that. But again, our severe warning for the New York area includes over 6 million people, so I'm going to focus on that for the most part, because I'm sure we have a lot of people coming in from here, and then also, obviously, it's Mr. Storm's warning, so watch out for that one.
Yeah. It might go to the south of me.
I don't think so. I think that's going to come right into your area there. Ton of special weather statements in southeast Virginia. Holy crap. And a new severe warning just went out for the southern tip of the Virginia portion of Delmarva there. For Northampton County. I'm sure that area doesn't get a lot of severe warnings. Expect damage to trees and power lines. We also have a new severe warning in western Virginia here, but not in West Virginia. In effect for an hour, quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, central Smith County, south central Tazewell County, and west central Grayson County in southwestern Virginia. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof setting and trees. Quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. In the National Weather Service in Blacksburg has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for that area. Alright, we just had a ton of severe warnings expire, down to 13. Still, so they did actually reissue our main storm here. My alerts just aren't going off for whatever reason, but it's almost for the exact same area that I was talking about, so that's interesting. Holy cow! What?
What?
The storms in Maine are moving east at 85 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh.
Those are like the quickest moving storms I've ever seen. What?
So you're located along a line extending from Lakeville to near Grand Falls to near Corinth, moving east at 85 miles per hour. That's wild.
That is just excessive. I've never seen storms move that fast. It didn't even look like they were moving that fast. Like, it looks like they're moving at like 60 or 70, but not 85. Holy cow, dude. Seriously, that is the quickest warning I've ever, or the quickest tag I've ever seen on a warning there for the speed of the storm. Now remember, guys, the speed that the storm's moving does not indicate its intensity. That's just a really cool thing.
New special weather statement. It's really this line extending from Rhode Island to New Jersey is really putting its act, or getting its act together, because now have a special weather statement for areas of southern New York.
I don't even have that yet, unless you're talking about like the one to the north of New York City.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that came out 2 minutes ago. All right. So again, we're gonna stick here with y'all as we have that considerable severe storm in Maine with the tornado possible tag on it. Actually,
I think that's what we should stay alive for.
yeah, we're also watching the storm moving through New York City here, and right now near Patterson and Garfield and Passaic. I don't know how to pronounce that, but again, those are some intense winds there. Again, they're elevated, but we're talking about potentially up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts at the surface with this storm here. Okay, so let's see here.
Oh, the EAS alarm. I guess it didn't go off, but I got a notification for it.
Wait, what?
I don't. The thing is, my phone doesn't give me alerts for like severe warnings, and I got one, but yeah.
Look at all these special weather statements in Southeast Virginia, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The Virginia Beach area, Petersburg, Richmond, Exmoor. Again, the southern tip of Delmarva, the Virginia portion. So again, these winds are going to be moving on to Manhattan Island relatively soon here, actually. So if you're in that area, prepare now. Make sure you're getting indoors there. Should get a new SBC update in about 26 minutes here, so. We do have a new mesoscale discussion for parts of Maine and New Hampshire. The severe potential will be greatest across coastal Maine into southern New Hampshire. There you go. Severe thunderstorm watch 490 update. Have reports of flash flooding out of Hartford now, but somehow it's still only a radar indicated warning. Apparently 8 inches of water covering a backyard in New Britain. Hello, Gooseman. Gooseman, I actually saw you on a Max Velocity stream yesterday. I saw you type a message.
Both likes.
Alright. That's it, just alright. No, but we're just gonna continue to watch these storms here. We've been live for about an hour now. We got considerable storms up into Maine with the tornado possible tag, so, might as well stay on here for a little longer. And we're also watching this storm come into Mr. Storm's area here. Moving east at 35 miles an hour. And remember, guys, these storms in Maine are just racing off to the east at 85 miles an hour.
That's easily the fastest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's fastest that I've ever seen. I think like the highest I've seen is like 75 or 80. So this is really pushing it. This is booking it here.
Yeah.
It's not even like this is like a derecho event. Usually those move really fast, but this is not a derecho. This is just a typical heel CS line of storms here.
Yep.
So yeah, now our storm here in New York City is moving into the Bergenfield area, Dumont, Inglewood, Yonkers, Fort Lee, Hackensack, North Bergen, West New York. Let's look out for that. Again, Manhattan. This is probably going to go actually just the north of Manhattan. But I wouldn't be surprised if Manhattan did get some windy conditions out of this, maybe a little bit of rainfall. So look out for that one.
New special marine warning.
Oh, yep. And that is for your area there. You got the wind gusts up to 34 knots, 40 miles an hour or greater, and small hail. Small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves.
Man, it's just a mess of warnings and statements.
Yeah, a bunch of alerts out there. Got Storm Chaser Brad Arnold right now in Benton, Illinois. He's heading westward. I think he's actually going out for the event that we are expecting tomorrow here. Because tomorrow, actually, we do have a 5% tornado risk in effect for parts of south central Nebraska. I don't know if you saw that, Mr. Storm, but it's looking like tomorrow could be a big day for tornadoes.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I saw that.
And we also have a hatched wind risk as well as a 15% hail risk, so we'll watch that. Tuesday, we've got a threat for parts of the Midwest, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois. And then I also think on Wednesday, that threat's going to shift a little to the southeast. I think it's going to include parts of something like this. So like southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, northwest Tennessee, west Kentucky, southwest Indiana, southern Illinois. And then I think on Thursday, we could have something similar as well. So again, just more active days of severe weather in the forecast. I know July 4th is going to be a big day, and obviously as this is July 4th weekend, we got a lot of stuff to cover here for all the folks that are maybe going out to watch firecrackers, stuff like that. Unfortunately, we got a big severe threat today. I don't know, do y'all call them firecrackers out there in New England? Is that a term that you've ever used?
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Just
So
gotta...
the pocket of winds will actually go to the south of me, luckily.
The what of the winds?
The pocket of winds.
I thought you were happy that it was going to hit you.
Well, I was, but I don't think it will anymore.
Got a little bit of redneck in me. Firecrackers. Go launch firecrackers down by the semi. Yeah, it's looking like the worst of it's going to go just to the south of you.
Yeah.
You're still going to get some good storms, though. Still some wind, I guarantee you. At least up to 40 miles an hour.
Maybe.
A special weather statement off to the west of Lake Okeechobee. 50-mile-an-hour winds, half-inch hail. National Weather Service meteorologists were tracking strong thunderstorms along the line extending from near Lakeport to near Boulder Haven. Movement was south at 15 to 20 miles an hour. These storms may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. Remember, guys, that storm originally did have a severe thunderstorm warning associated with it, but now it's down to a special weather statement. They're saying it could go back up again, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's about to expire, so we'll see what they do next. ARRR shows supercells for tomorrow. Let's check it out. I'm sure it does, but let's check it out. They haven't done a weather update for the Arklatex in like 7 hours. Crazy to you. Who hasn't done a weather update? Like your local station? I mean, I can tell you right now, Arklatex is not going to have a lot over the next couple of days. But yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing some activity tomorrow. I don't know about full-on supercells. Oh, I guess this is the morning time. Wait, let me go into the afternoon and evening. Okay, yeah, there's the supercells. Alright, never mind. Dude, West Nebraska, Central Nebraska tomorrow, it looks like we could have some big-time tornadoes, especially western Nebraska. If these storms can produce tornadoes before they go linear, they genuinely could have a really big tornado threat, maybe even a potential strong tornado threat. Now, I highly doubt the SPC is going to add the 10% hash risk because it's a low chance. But I'd say that, there's maybe a 5 or 10% chance of a strong tornado tomorrow. So watch out for that. But again, it's still a low chance in general. More likely that we don't get one than if we do. So, I don't know. I think we're going to end off the live stream here, guys, because we've been live for an hour now, and there's literally nothing to talk about. So,
Yeah.
we're going to end off things here. We don't have any destructive severe storms. We don't have any tornado warned storms. So, yeah, I think we're going to end off things here. Again, thank you all for tuning into this live stream. It's been eventful. And we'll be back with some more updates on Barrel. I have a video releasing in 17 minutes, so don't forget about that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.